Christmas.
Hello, everyone. What a beautiful day we're having. I hope you enjoyed the Mateo episode that we released yesterday on Christmas Day. But we figured, hey, let's be generous. Let's unlock some Patreon content, because I don't know if you know this, me and our buddy Eldis here, we've done double the episodes that we've put on here on this YouTube channel. Every week, we do an extra Patreon episode, $5 a month, and the Patreon is very fun. And we do a lot of special things. We do live calls sometimes. We have close friends kind of getting wild and saying shit that they can't say on YouTube normally. And one of the things we love doing is bring my little brothers on, Nick and George. We bring them on. We try and do it every month, definitely every 2 months. And we have a Halkias Brothers episode pretty regularly. And we figured, hey, in the Christmas spirit, let's unlock the first one. Let's post the very first episode we did with my brothers, where we took questions from our Patreon members. They wanted to know what growing up with me and Eldis was like, and my brothers were very, very forthcoming. So enjoy this episode. It's one of my favorites we've ever done. And if you liked it, hey, consider subscribing. Maybe buy a friend a Patreon subscription, late gift. It's pretty cheap, and they'll probably listen to it. You know what I mean? But don't buy anything, okay? Hey, man, capitalism's ruining Christmas, brother. Just enjoy the free gift, man. Isn't that right, Eldis?
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, it's a very fun episode. We really appreciate everybody listening. It means a lot. And Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a good one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, folks. Welcome, everybody, to Stavvy's World, Greek Independence Day edition. Sito Yelada, March 25th, 2023. You're getting this probably in a week, right? They're getting this, what, Thursday? It's what, 5 days from now?
No, I think we have like a week or two after that, like April 10th.
Whatever. We're recording this on March 25th. Okay? The day the Greeks told the Ottomans to suck our unclipped cocks. And that's right. So those fucking Simtar sucking motherfuckers taking a break from fucking their village boys. Okay? From having from having sex with the sexiest boy in the fucking...
Go on.
What's it called, George? What's an Ottoman? In the harem, yeah. They had women in their harem for appearances, but you know the one that was getting the most work was the fucking child boy. Another thing they stole from us, by the way. They even stole their despicable tendencies from ancient Greece. And we told them to suck our cocks. We will not bow down. We will not pray to fucking Mecca. Absolutely. Okay? No, sirree.
Unlike some whites that got conquered as well.
Like some
looking at you, buddy.
Losers to the north.
Looking at
who
you,
said,
buddy.
yeah, we'll suck Muhammad's dick. Just don't let us pay taxes.
Ali Pasha is a national hero.
Shut the fuck up, you Ottoman fucking dog.
Alexander the Great was actually
Shut the fuck
Illyrian.
up. Cut your own mic.
He was actually what?
Illyrian.
What was he?
The ancient Albanians.
You better watch yourself, Eldis, for real. This is not the day to be fucking around like
Bow
that.
to your Sultan, Pasha. Bow to your Sultan.
Bow to your Sultan.
He's Greek. He ain't Muslim.
I say we fucking jump Eldis'
We should
ass
fuck
right
Eldis
here,
up.
right now, dude.
We got to double deck his ass like a London bus.
That's right. Fuck you, Eldis. Fuck Albania. Fuck Turkey. Greece #1. Okay? No, Eldis, not right now, motherfucker. Don't do
I've
this.
turned with the sounds.
When we upgrade the studio, I'm getting my own soundboard that fucking overrides your soundboard. And to celebrate this most beautiful of days, we have... it's a family affair here on Stavvy's World. We have my brothers Nick and George, Nikos, Yorgos, Halkias, and our dog, Albanian servant running the boards, Eldis, the little dick's bastard, Sula.
Yep, that's him.
So it's a special episode here. Just got my bros on. They came through. We're gonna watch John Wick 4.
Can't wait.
In about, what, 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours about, yeah.
So, we're going to keep this one tight because we can't miss a moment of John Wick. And I got a shower before because in true Greek fashion, my pits are rocking right now.
Rocking.
I smell so bad.
My little
that's-
buddy smells like shit today.
But that's the thing. For this episode, I wanted to be as Greek as possible. I'm wearing a Greek soccer jersey that my beautiful brothers gifted me. And you know, we're really gonna celebrate everything that's great about our culture and our people today.
Yup.
And that's why when we go to the movies, Eldest will be sitting on the floor by our feet. I bought 3 tickets, and I asked for one child. I asked for one pet. I have my fucking
emotional support.
my emotional support Albanian. I have my therapy.
He's just wearing a vest saying "Do not pet."
Yeah, do not feed the Albanian. He's very friendly, but you'll ruin his training if you give him treats. He gets a cube of liver every 2 hours if he's good. He might get 2 for Greek Independence Day. But thank you, fellas, for coming up to the fucking.
Thanks for having us, big
for
dog.
coming.
You're welcome, buddy.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm
my
so pumped
wife
to do
painted this.
That's right.
Her friend.
Your wife literally did paint this.
Yeah.
Good job.
It's a family affair. She did a wonderful job. And here we are, just chop it up. How was the ride up here, boys?
Honestly, pretty traffic free.
Traffic free.
I think I took a couple wrong turns in New York, but
He did. We took the Hackensack exit instead of
I don't fucking know.
the
One of them
George
bridges.
Washington Bridge one.
Okay.
So
you chilled in Jersey a little bit?
Yeah, we ended up in this strange little neighborhood. Looked nice, but it was not where we needed to go, Stav.
That's right.
Refilled the tank, and then
We did.
I love it.
head on over, yo.
It's
Thinking
awesome.
of what stories we can.
Dude,
say here,
what
dude.
story? Well, we did open it up to the Patreon, to our beautiful subscribers, because they have a lot of questions. They want to know, they want to know about us. From you, you guys are. Me and Eldest, who knows what kind of rose-colored glasses we view history throughout, but you guys were there. This is a real Rashomon situation.
I'm about to expose Eldest.
Oh yeah, do you have any Eldest exposés? They did. One question I remember seeing was, when was the first time you saw each of mine and Eldest's penis? And if you guys remember those.
I remember.
You remember, George? We used to see each other's dicks all the time
I've
as
seen your
babies.
cock.
I feel like I've shown my dick to Smoothie a lot.
Yeah, I've seen
Probably
Mel's
Nick
cock.
too, but not as much.
Yeah.
I've seen Mel's cock a lot.
I just remember laughing hysterically when I saw Eldest's every time. So hard that I think I passed out and just totally forgot about it.
Well, it's because he's 6'5" and he's got a normal man's cock size.
That's
So
right.
it looks
no,
bizarre.
totally normal
I would
size.
say normal.
For a 5'6" man, yes. You have the penis of a Bolivian man, a Bolivian bus boy.
Damn, that's good. I don't know when. I don't know. Now I'm really just.
You don't remember
trying
when
to
you
think.
saw Eldest's penis?
Not for the first time. I think it was. First
Well, he
time.
showed us all. Remember one time
Probably
you
like
guys were
17,
visiting?
18-year-old Eldest, maybe?
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was what, 15?
Yeah, you flashed a minor Eldest in our house.
Our
probably.
bedroom, dude. You don't remember it?
Eldest, did you rape my brother?
No, I
You don't
just,
fucking remember that?
Nah, you would have raped Eldest, Nick.
Yeah, dude.
You were in the prime of your life. You were a 15-year-old buck. Eldest had his bad hips. Eldest was in his sweaters and reading gay books phase.
Yeah, I always used to beat the shit out of Eldest. Pussy ass over there. Look at him.
I remember one time, speaking of my gay sweaters,
Yes.
I remember one time I was wearing like a yellow and black Sean John plaid shirt
Hell yeah,
underneath
dude.
like a Easter blue like Izod V-neck sweater.
Hell yeah, man.
I was at your guys' house. We were in the kitchen in the basement. Nick was like, "Where'd you buy that Oshkosh bagosh?"
Get his ass.
Got him.
Oshkosh bagosh for grown retards that still think they're babies. Don't worry, man. It's on Patreon.
Oh, yeah. True.
You can say whatever you want about Eldest. Yeah, dude. It's funny because you guys do you have any memories? Because Eldest has literally been in our lives since I was 4, so you were 2 years old.
Yeah.
You might literally not have memories
I
without
don't.
Eldest in them.
I think we have very few memories with that eldest.
Yeah.
When we were kids, I don't remember a whole lot. I remember one of his birthday parties,
That's what I remember that too.
but I was
Which one?
I was youngish. I was like 7 or something.
yeah, I
Just
think it was like the
6.
first time we were over his house.
His
And I-
shitty fucked up apartment.
shitty fucked up apartment.
apartment.
I was like, where the fuck are we? and my godmother lived in like the hood.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was like
Yeah.
a mansion compared to
Yeah, dude, she really
Elvis's
did.
fucking slum.
Nick's godmother. You never went to their place? It was like, it's so funny. She like moved to Baltimore like so long, like before the inner city was trashed, that they bought a house in like East Baltimore, and the parts that are getting nice now. But dude, it was like it
was wild.
She was like this fat little church secretary who lived in the fucking slums, dude.
That's not where all the pool parties were, was it?
No, she
no,
moved
Okay.
from the hood to
Oh, I
Rosedale.
see, I
Yeah,
see.
But
Right to
dude, she
Rosedale.
lived like people were strung out. Like we would have Thanksgiving there, and there's just crackheads walking around.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's just like a fucking squat little church secretary. But
Yeah.
Eldest is fucking.
Eldest's place was worse than that. In other words, it was just all fucking dark and gloomy. And
I just
leaks
remember
everywhere.
he played on his computer all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
He had this like one of those big bulky like white joints
Yeah,
from like
yeah.
98 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like mesmerized.
A gateway.
Yeah.
A gateway computer. I mean, Eldest's house was the first place we went to the internet.
Because he had a computer before.
That was an early Macintosh. That was a 90s Macintosh.
Oh, my
was.
bad.
Sure, they afforded an early Macintosh.
How'd you get it?
I don't know. I remember the night my dad came home with it, and we were like just so fucking curious and excited. But I don't know where or why.
Do you think he sucked cock for it?
Not really. I don't think he wanted a computer for us that bad. For me to look at fake nudes of Heather Locklear when I was 7 years old. In my parents' bedroom where the computer was.
Heather fucking Locklear. Oh, that's true, dude. We were looking up the brat nudes while your mom was cooking dinner. Like she was talking to us. She was sauteing an onion, and we were like had our little ass dicks hard under our sweatpants, looking at the brat, like not even deep fakes, like clear photoshops. Yeah, dude. Foxy Brown and the brat. Remember?
Yeah, what's hiding under that FUBU jersey, the Brad? I gotta know. Under that 4XL FUBU jersey.
Under that fucking puffer coat.
And you guys used to watch each other's jerk off?
No, we never did. Actually,
No, we never
Okay.
did.
we never did.
Been friends for how long? I mean,
We
Wrong
honestly
answer.
never did. I don't know. I never. There was one sleepover. Were you at that sleepover? No.
Huh?
That bleep out his name, but remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like he had a sleepover, and I'm pretty sure bleep out his name too. Beat off.
Yeah.
That sleepover.
Yeah. That happened.
damn it.
It was like one of those things where he was like, dude, isn't it awesome? We just sleepovers, everyone beats off. And
Yeah.
like nobody else took him up on it.
Yeah.
But he literally jacked off.
Yeah, I don't think we
God
and there, but I
damn.
remember you had a sleepover. And
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
was like, because we had the bigger room, everyone was just sleeping in our room.
Right.
And George
Yeah.
was sleeping in Yaya's room.
Oh,
And he was
yeah.
in the bed, and we all went to like wake him up, but he was still asleep. He was laying on his back, and he had a fucking boner. And then we were like, what the fuck? This guy's fucking rock hard in his sleep. And then he woke up, he was like, it's a piss boner. It's a piss boner. And I literally, for years, I thought like piss boners were a thing.
I do think piss boners
They're a
exist.
thing.
I don't know if you don't have a boner due to the fact that you're.
What do you mean?
have
That's
to
just
piss.
like morning wood, right?
It's a mix of morning wood. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's morning wood. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's
I guess
morning
you're
wood.
right. I've never had to piss so bad that my dick got hard, that
no
it
one-
filled with
That's
piss.
literally not how that works at all.
That
but
would be awesome, dude. I would
I
drink
just
a
thought it
bunch of water before I fucked. I'd be like,
Problem solved,
this
dude.
is awesome,
Not
dude.
only are you
And pee in her.
hydrated, but now you're
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'm busting so much. I just fucking piss in her pussy, and my dick goes soft.
What the fuck?
George.
You don't think that?
That's nasty.
It is nasty, but it would be useful for somebody who struggles with erectile dysfunction from time to time.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, right, dude.
Shut up.
You use my leftover Blue Chews like they're beautiful artifacts from a past society.
Hell no, those things expired before I even found them.
Fuck, dude. Yeah. Where was the first time you guys saw pornography? Mine was at Eldest's home. Do you remember?
This kid in the 4th grade brought a Playboy.
Hell yeah, dude.
And we were just sitting by his locker, just looking at it, just looking at titties and stuff. And then
I'm trying to think.
he threw it away in the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And
In the playground trash?
in the playground trash can. He was so
We're going to
funny,
do a
dude.
lot of bleeping for this episode, Eldest. Just mark it.
And I forgot how this happened, but our mom found out the Playboy was in the playground or whatever.
Buzzkill alert.
I can't remember. One of us told her because we were little kids. I don't fucking know. And we were like, there was a Playboy at school, right? And
Yeah.
she started just calling
Went
the school and
crazy,
shit,
yeah.
losing it. And then they were like, where in, like, what building was it in? And then, like, it turned out she found out it was in the trash can of, like, outside or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, why didn't you guys tell me it was outside in the trash can? It wasn't in the school. We were like, oh.
Yeah.
But she was like,
made me look stupid.
yeah, she was on the horn for hours trying to shit on the school.
Yeah.
But I seen titties. I did.
I did. I think it was either Grease when it was just on that night.
Oh,
No, that wasn't the first time.
hold on.
Because we didn't go to Greece till...
We were 6 the
We were
first
like
time
6.
we went.
Me and George were
Really?
6.
Damn.
Yeah, we were pretty young. Like the first time we went, it was
His
either
godfather. It was before the Playboy.
Oh, yeah.
His godfather was as nasty as shit.
Yeah, he's one of the horniest men in the
he
world.
is truly the horniest guy I know.
Mine. He's the man, dude.
He is awesome.
He was like, "You guys want to come in and see something, right?" He like
There's
lures.
6.
He like
There's 6. I'm 8.
the first time we met him, right? Like 2 minutes after we first met him, he lures us away from our mom.
He's trolling, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
because he's good friends with Dad.
Yeah, they grew up together.
And he just, like, he was, God damn, boy.
Come on, man, shit at himself.
And he was just like, because your godfather has, like, these hilarious squinty eyes. And when
Yeah.
he laughs, his eyes just disappear. And he just started fucking, like, laughing and showing me and George just so fucking.
It was too.
He had,
It was
like-
lesbian porn. I remember this. They were like eating each other's asses and shit. And we were 6, and my mom,
6.
our mom walks in screaming like, "What are you showing them?" Right? He was like, "What? They're practically men." We were 6 years old.
She went crazy,
They're
dude.
dirty and
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That had to have been the first
That
time.
was the
either
first time.
that,
Yeah.
that, or when we would go to the Cafenio.
The coffee shop in Greek town.
Yeah, there were titties on the wall.
And you just walk in and there's like, every old Greek man neglecting their family at the same time.
Of course,
you know?
just hanging out.
And they're all fucking smoking and gambling. And then on the walls, there's just like ripped up posters of girls, like naked girls and stuff. And that would be like, psst. Like, check that out, right? I'm like, huh?
He's like, "You're straight, right? Look at
You're
that.
straight, right?
You're straight."
Please. Remember that James Bond porno that we watched with Dad?
Oh my God. That shit, yeah, that was so fucking weird. That was so fucking weird. Because it was
know.
like, we didn't
It
have,
sucked.
like, we were all sleeping in the same room.
Yeah, so when we went to Greece, we would go, compared to you were probably sleeping in the manger in Albania, but we had every time you would go back, it would be like, you're like, oh my God, thank God we live in America, because even though we're broke, we have better setups than this.
Yeah.
But we went back and our family had like it was like there's a first floor, second floor, third floor, and a fourth unfinished floor. The fourth floor was supposed to be ours, but we never finished it. Still, to this day, it's unfinished. The third floor was our aunt and uncle. Second floor was our grandparents. And the first floor, the ground floor was
Was up for grabs.
it was like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
A 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment
it was.
that all 5 of us would spend. We would spend our summers basically living there.
Yeah.
And so the 1-bedroom also had a twin bed. So it was like
Fucking weird.
the living room was where everyone slept. There was like 3 little beds, 1 bigger bed for our parents, and then the So the bedroom acted as the de facto like a second living room, and there was a TV there and a TV in that one. And when our mom was sleeping, I don't remember who got the little room. Like I think we would trade off.
We would trade.
It would be like and so we were just watching TV in there, and then our dad kind of like sneaks in and puts pornography on. He must have been watching porn in the other room, and he's like, "Check this out!" And we're watching like a James Bond porno. It's the story I tell in the special, but I cut that you guys read because it was just too weird to be like me, my brothers, and my dad watched porn together, and we watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
it was like start to finish a porno. You would go back. You go between being hard and being confused.
I don't know if I was ever hard.
There would be like moments where you're just watching a girl's tits and shit, and we were still like what? I was probably 13. You guys were like 11.
Yeah, I think we were still too young to understand like what we were watching, and I just remember that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, well, this guy's a spy and shit.
Oh, yeah, you were getting into the
and then
story.
I was like, damn, this is cool. And then they're just like, no plot, no nothing. Just cuts the scene where they're just all fucking. Yeah. And I'm like,
you just
look around, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I guess he's got to do this to get some intel or something. And then Dad's like. He's like, you got to learn. You guys got to learn.
Yeah. He thought he was teaching us how to like fuck.
That's so fucking weird.
See, isn't that nice? I want the like little porn jack off mentorship. I feel like I was.
No, you don't.
I feel like I was a lone wolf with my porn.
This was not a mentorship.
It was weird, dude. It was fucking weird. I remember I straight up left the room because I didn't like the vibes, and I believe George.
I couldn't. That's where me and George were sleeping. Like remember those beds where they at the bottom you would pull it out and there's like a little mattress at the bottom.
Yeah.
So George would sleep on the top and then I would usually sleep on the floor. And then we just like, but we were also watching it at the weird angle, where Dad was sitting right in front of it.
Dude, he was like hunched over, like the memes where it's like someone's playing Xbox and it's time to focus, and they hunch to attention. He was like leaning forward, eyes like this, looking at the fucking.
Yeah,
he was just like looking directly at the fucking TV.
I
remember he was hugging me the whole time. I was on his lap. And you guys have a different memory of it. I really like that, and it's a core memory for me. And I think about that as a good time with my father.
Really?
It is. It is a good time.
It's a very sentimental moment for you.
I don't remember that part, but hey, if that's what you say happened.
Well, you left, like you said.
But yeah, that was weird. I feel like that's when I left is when he started giving you straight like real pointers.
Yeah,
on how to fuck.
Well, I went
dude.
a little more recently.
We don't know how to fuck.
Yeah.
And it happened like every time we would go. Every time, and then when me and Dad went, I think I was like, you guys stayed. I remember.
Yeah, there was one time. I was already in college.
I was twice
19.
with Dad by myself.
Yeah.
And the same. I'm pretty sure it was the same fucking
the same movie.
The
James Bond one.
Yeah. Because I was like,
also at the end, didn't they finally show his dick? Because it was softcore. I remember the end. I came back for the end. They show his dick, and his dick is like so hilariously big that it like knocks. Like I think that's how he saves himself. Is his dick gets hard, and he like wallops a woman in the face with his dick, and his dick is like the size of her head.
It was weird. Dude. It was weird. But so we were same exact thing, except now Dad is sleeping on the same part where like George is sleeping. It's kind of rearranged like years later.
Yeah.
Same TV though.
Same.
And
TV.
then I was like, and now I'm like 16.
Yeah.
So then he like turns it on, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was a fever dream. Like I thought like
you're traveling back in time.
I've been here before. Yeah, I've watched this. Dad was giving the same pointers.
Yeah.
Like just like clown posters on the wall.
Oh, the fucked up clown posters.
Oh yeah, the crying clown.
Yeah. That shit's so fucking weird, dude. Who hung that shit?
Dude, fucking our aunt. Our hoarder, our fat little hoarder aunt.
Our fat little hoarder klepto aunt.
Yeah.
Remember how we would go out to eat? She would bring the the biggest like cartoonishly large purse, and she would
put plates in it, dude.
She would steal plates, silverware.
She would steal silverware.
Cups.
She would steal bottles. Like if she saw bottles, they poured water because you know in Europe they would like give you refrigerated water, like literally from the tap.
It's fucking nuts.
If she liked the bottle, she would fucking steal the bottle.
Yeah. I remember
she's
one
so
time
funny.
she was like, Nico, and she was like, give me that. And I was like, what? And she was like, your plate. And I was like, I had food on my plate. And I was like, I'm trying to fucking eat this, you know? And she just like reaches over, grabs and just fucking with her fork moves my plate over to my food, and she just dumps it in her purse. And the waiter saw her, and he came back, and he was like, what the fuck is this? She's just gonna fucking steal her shit. It was so awkward, dude, because she was so like caught red-handed, and she got so mad that she just like stole more stuff. Anyway, yeah, it was.
She's awesome.
Very, very like a lot of like secondhand embarrassment. When we were going out.
Yeah. Well, it's funny to realize you don't realize that your family is fucking stupid trash. You just think that that's how everyone is. And I remember like meeting other friends, like when I met Himona's Greek family, and they were just all nice, civilized people that didn't fucking like our families were just like, I don't know if Albania's the same way, but they would fat shame the shit out of you in Greece. Yeah. Like not even, I mean, obviously I would get it, but even to them when they weren't, they were just like a little chubby. Yeah. They would just be like, you're too fucking fat.
Well, I remember when I went and I was like 18, and I think I was just like the most jacked I was in my life.
Yeah.
And Theo Dimitri hasn't seen us in a while, right?
Yeah. Our uncle, by the way, the husband of the fat little klepto, is a big fat diabetic.
Yeah.
Who's just had untreated diabetes for fucking two decades now. His stomach is so hard, it's like a djembe.
It is.
Like you fucking hit it goes boing. Like you can literally like it bounces back, dude. It's like a water drum.
He has the most unjustifiable amount of confidence I've ever met in anyone.
I think it's insecurity.
Probably.
Sure.
So anyway, he's
probably literally only fucked our aunt. He was like a nerd who got a good job at a bank, and married like the first girl he had sex with, probably.
Yeah. Hells yeah.
So it was just me, him, and
unlike my godfather, who's probably fucked hundreds of
literal
probably sex workers. He's probably paid for so much pussy.
And his wife doesn't even care.
She
has
just
that same look in her eyes.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's sucking strange dick. He's eating strange pussy.
Yeah, they're so like old fashioned that they went back to polyamorous somehow. That they have such conservative gender roles that it's like, I don't care about my wife so much she can fuck anyone, and I respect my husband can do anything he wants so much that he can fuck anyone. It's fucking they're awesome.
And he's missing a fingernail.
Yeah, because he was a public employee in Greece who chopped his fucking finger off and got like
he's missing
months off.
Like a tip,
the tip of his thumb.
Tip of a finger.
Yeah. But he also worked 2 jobs. Like he worked a government job, and then he had a real job that he worked while he was at the government job. And he would clock out and work his job, or go literally get pussy. Like he would literally get pussy.
He's awesome. He was probably my favorite.
Good man is what we're trying to say.
A good guy. He's out there. He's raising bees now. He's a beekeeper.
On an island.
I'm gonna go visit him.
What a nice life.
I think I'm literally gonna go visit him this summer.
You should. That'd be awesome.
You should fuck him.
I might. You were you saying about?
So we were. It was just me and Theo and Thea, and I'd like started lifting finally, and I was like, "Wow, you put on some muscle, this and that." He said, "But stand up and take your shirt off." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, he was like, "Get up, like you know." Yeah. So I'm like, "Okay," and so I do, and he's like, "Yeah, not bad, like look pretty strong there, but still pretty fat." That's what he said.
This man is so hilariously obese. He's fat as shit, has a pug nose. Like he has like an upturned, fucked up nose. Yeah. And Nick was a piece of ass, dude. We're talking 18 years old.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, I feel like you're just... He does it to feel better about himself.
I think that's what he thinks like good mentorship is.
Probably.
Is like putting you down.
Yeah, probably.
When I went to Albania, like even in my like early 20s, I remember just shaking so many people's I didn't know at all's hands. Like probably friends of my parents from like 20 years ago. They just shook my hand, and like literally the first thing they're like is like, "Hey, how's it going? You're pretty fat." and they're like, they're also old and fat as fuck too.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, you're pretty fat." I'm like, what the fuck?
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
You look like shit too, man. Fuck you.
I don't fucking know you.
I don't
You're
know
ugly
your
as
ass.
shit.
You're ugly and fat. I have youth at least. And I wasn't even that fat compared to now back then.
Yeah.
So
You're
fuck
like, I'm
that
a child.
Did you touch his jaw?
I should have.
You should have touched his jaw, but
Yeah.
you didn't. He's not.
Did you ever get in any fights in Albania, Elders?
No, I've never been in a fight
Never.
in my life.
Damn.
Fucking
dude.
soft as hell.
Pussy.
You want one now?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt you.
Let's jump Elvis.
I don't want to hurt you too bad, Nick.
No, dude, I have a lot of equipment in this room. This equipment is worth so much more than Eldis's life.
Nuh-uh.
Did we have any violent? I guess you left before anybody got into any fights. I got in a couple fights when in elementary school.
I remember those.
Yeah, when I got on that kid Joey's back.
Joey Wright?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid. We went to. There were so many kids in our elementary school that were like technically not developmentally disabled, but so stupid.
Like definitely lead paint poison.
Lead paint poison, like something. And it was like, you're not medically retarded, but you are just like.
But he is mentally limited. Yes.
Mentally incredibly limited. Where it's like I would watch him play chess with a kid with Down syndrome, and I bet you it would be a fucking like coin flip who wins. We went to school with a lot of those
We
kids.
did. It's weird how many of them there were. Johnny Ruro, dude.
You kind of wonder if it was just like in school entirely.
It was
for,
just like
special
South
ed
Baltimore had a lead fucking problem in the water. Dude.
Yeah, for sure.
There were like a lot of just for like no reason combative kids and shit.
Well, everyone was fucking trash.
Yeah,
all their like
That's
kid,
true.
all their like
We were trash.
parents were just like you think about it now. If we saw the kids we're talking about parents, they're probably like 8 years younger than us now. They were probably like 22-year-old trash.
crazy.
They
So
got
true.
pregnant in the 80, in like 89.
So that's so true.
like kids, like people getting knocked up at like a fucking Motley Crue cover band, like not even real Motley Crue, like a Motley Crue cover band at Hammer Jacks.
Hammer Jacks. Well, I always used to see like babies like in diapers just walking by themselves on the sidewalk, like across from the school. And like sometimes the mom would come out like, "What did I say? Get back in the fucking house." Like
That happens.
sometimes. Other times I would
Yelling
be.
at a baby.
Yeah,
Literally, that's not like that's a true story. We were playing soccer.
yeah.
And this
a
fucking-
baby came out with a diaper on and nothing else, like no shoes, just walking on the.
It was
fucking
so
sidewalk.
across the street.
Yeah, it was like
was
in the middle of the road at one point.
It was bizarre. And it just walked up to us and it was like, just like, and we just stopped playing soccer. And the mom came out just looking like, like a character from 8 Mile.
Yeah, of course, dude.
And she was like, "What the fuck did I tell you? Get back in the house." And the baby, by the way, can't talk.
Yeah, doesn't know what the
2
fuck's
years
going
old.
on.
Just learned how to walk. Did I fucking tell you not to leave the house?
God damn, dude. That kid is so fucked.
It was
Poor
nuts.
kid.
Yeah, I wonder what that.
I mean, nothing good.
cute-ass
Yelling
baby.
at its child, at its grandchild right now.
Probably joined the Angels of Death. The Greektown gang, dude.
I drove my wife around Dundalk so she could see the natives. Because it's like you won't understand
Yeah, you don't get it.
until you go there. And like the first person we saw was a dude in a Slipknot shirt, and he had hair like you, but he was a regular guy. Like bald, long ass hair down to his shoulders, dude. And he was wearing like cargo shorts and flip flops, just walking down Merritt Boulevard. I was
Hell
like,
yeah,
that's a
dude.
native.
When I came back to, because like part of you wants to be like Greektown is really not what it used to be. It was so bad.
It was bad.
Like it was fucking like one person a year would get murdered.
Yeah, blocks from our house.
Yeah. It would like it wasn't as bad as most of Baltimore, but it's like you'd have one murder a year to keep everybody on their toes.
Burglaries and shit.
Yeah, a lot of burglaries, and you want to be, and it has gotten so much better. But the last time I was there, I was walking. There's still like patches like in the back of Greektown, like
the
by
brick
Eastern
roads
Avenue and that shit.
Yeah.
I was walking around there because I was just trying to get my steps, and some guy literally tried to sell me. He had a garbage bag full of loose wet wipes that he was trying to sell me by the bag. He was trying to sell me garbage bags full of wet wipes. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. The neighborhood's still chugging. Because remember how many gifts Dad would give us, guys who boosted shit?
I know, dude.
Like they would go to the fucking coffee shop the coffee shops on Eastern Avenue, and it was just guys who had recently stolen things, or it was bootleg shit, and they would remember when he got us watches?
Yeah.
He got us watches one year, Eldest, for Christmas. Yeah. And the fucking watch face peeled off. It was a fucking sticker. He didn't even bother to check the fake watches he bought for probably $10 each.
I know.
They were in this ornate box. They were fucking. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And then you just look at it. It's like, it's not moving. Right off. And then fucking the face peeled off. It was incredible.
I remember that day when he gave us those watches. At first, I was like, "Damn, this box is nice."
Because the box was awesome.
Yeah. And at first sight, you take it out and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then you look a little closer and you're like, "What is this piece of shit?"
Wait a second.
Where the fuck did he
it
get
felt
this
like
from?
shit. It looked great and it felt like shit. And then it was literally.
And he gave us nice pens.
Yes.
Easy stealable
yes,
shit.
Yes.
I'm like, this motherfucker, man.
Remember that one guy who he came up because our dad was. Eldest, you know this. In case anybody doesn't know, our dad was a carpenter contractor, and people would also sell you would get guys that would steal screwdrivers or whatever from Home Depot, and they
stole
knew
from him and tried to resell.
Yeah, that would happen. I mean, people stole his shit a lot too, but. One time he got fucking. Anyway, we don't have to talk about that, but where he caught the guy who stole his shit.
Gave him wood.
Yeah, well, his dumbass, they caught him, and then when the guy was handcuffed, that allegedly Dad hit him in the face, and the cop had to be like, well, I can't press charges now because you assaulted him. So it's I either arrest both of you.
While he was
He sucker punched the
He's
guy.
like, this is my chance. This is my chance for justice.
Village justice.
Fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
That eye for an eye shit, buddy. Fuck the courts.
And he always came back and just told how much he would just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
It turns out they were handcuffed.
Yeah, the one time he did. But yeah, he used to get I forgot about that. He used to get his tools stolen all the time.
All the time.
When we were really little. But then one time a guy comes up to him and he tries to sell him some nails. And the guy's like, and he's like, Dad's like, I really don't need nails. I'm good. And he's like, he gives him some kind of really cheap price. And he's like, he's driving a truck full of nails. And he's like, you don't want some nails? And he's like, no, man. He was like, come on, $1,000. And Dad's like, no, I don't want nails for $1,000. She's like, no. I'll give you the truck and the nails for $1,000. And it's like, this is so clearly stolen. You're trying to sell me a truck and the nails
Full of nails.
A truck full of
Loose
nails. For $1,000. This is so fucking
Dad
awesome.
definitely thought about that too. He was like,
yeah, in a perfect world.
Good investment.
I remember the last trash bag gift that I got is when I was leaving for Frostburg, and it was maybe a couple hours before we were getting ready to go, and Dad's like, oh, shit, hold on, I'll be back. So he drives back to the magazine. He comes back, and he brings back a trash bag, right? And he's like, you're gonna need these. And he opens the trash bag. It's just a trash bag full of loose condoms. And I was like, what the fuck? And he did this in front of Mom, too. And I was like, dude, not a good look that you are in front of our mom. You have all these fucking loose condoms.
You have a bunch of condoms in your workshop, huh?
It was a lot of fucking condoms too. It was like half the bag was filled. And by the way, like I was checking them, like almost all of them were expired.
Jesus Christ.
So I went to school and I was just passing them out to my friends. I was not the expired ones, but you know, I was like, here, like my dad. Long story, you know. They're like, why do you have like a miscellaneous bag of condoms?
Where does he even get them?
It was like Durex, Trojan, like all the fucking different ones. It was so weird.
Goddamn.
I was like, thanks.
That's a good pop right there, man.
It's a good dad.
And then he kisses your cheek and sees you off.
He's like, all right, you're going to do good. You're going to do good. Right?
Fuck, dude. Elders, do we have you got the Patreon pulled up? Or should I put it up on my laptop?
I got it here. I got the
You got
questions
some questions
already.
from the people, because we should take some Greektown specific questions, some family specific questions before, because we're gonna also do some. Of course, we're gonna solve some problems, but we also wanted to give our beautiful Patreon family
So many stories, dude.
How's yeah?
Well, this is kind of on topic. Someone asks, Papa Mitch asks, how did your father's infidelity affect you compared to Stav?
What the fuck kind of question? What do we do? How about something more light, Elders? You fucking asshole.
Pretty devastating, honestly. Yeah.
We can tell some fun stories. We don't have to say it explicitly. God, you have no instincts for producing. Hold on. How about this? Giannis and Chrissy's underage pipsqueak says, was Stav this horny as a child/teen?
Oh yeah, Bucko.
Yeah, he used to take looks at me after out of the shower and stuff.
No.
He used to do real weird shit, looking at me,
Never did any
looking
of
at
that
me,
stuff.
whistling at me, all type of shit.
No.
He
That
was
was
horny. He
catcalling.
was horny. Yeah,
That was definitely horny, yeah. But you know, it wasn't. It was. I think it was a normal level of horny.
A normal level.
I think people are perceiving you as horny just because now you're actually, you know,
Now you can
you're
fuck.
fulfilling your pussy getting dreams.
My pussy getting because that's what you guys understand. While most of my life until probably 22, like I had got a girlfriend in my 20s, had only had sex with her. When we broke up, it was like that's when I got zero pussy.
We were remember we trained all summer.
Yep.
At Planet Fitness,
Planet
you lost
Fitness.
like fucking 60 pounds.
I lost
dude.
so much weight. I
I
got
was
a
so
girlfriend.
happy because you got a girlfriend.
And then I immediately got fat as shit. I got fatter than I'd ever
Fatter than
gotten.
ever, yeah,
and
yeah.
unhealthy too. Like
Yeah.
I'm like at that point, I wasn't even looking at a weight. I wasn't walking. I was so fucking fat. I was like 20. I was literally like 22 and like I looked like Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
Great.
I felt so bad for her. By the end of our relationship, I was so
Yeah,
fucking.
you were definitely.
I got fat
horny.
as shit, and I also because when we started dating, it was that year I quit Like I did when I was 19, and then I quit it because of all the family guilt to have a real job.
Yeah, of
So we
course.
started dating after I got healthy, and I was taking school seriously for a year. And then a year later, I was like, "School's gay. I'm doing comedy," and so she wanted to have like a real. She wanted to have like a family, marry someone who was like smart and had a real job, and I was just like, I was crashing on her couch and going to open mics and coming back like at 2 a.m. and never.
yeah.
I was like, nah, I don't want to fucking go to
second thought.
brunch with your fucking friends. I have to talk about how sometimes you don't shave your pussy at 1 a.m. at a seafood restaurant. You fucking bitch. No, she was really nice. I was the asshole.
She was nice.
I was a piece of shit.
Stav was definitely horny, but I think I admired his
How hard his dick could
how
get.
hard he worked
My
to
fault.
try,
I didn't work that hard to try and get pussy.
But you really wanted it. You really wanted
we
it.
did we did hit some high school parties and get it was the strategy back then was go to a party, everybody gets drunk and cross your fingers.
Hopefully you get
Right.
slurped off.
You know?
Yeah.
But we never really did get any pussy, did we,
I
Eldest?
used to go to church too. I used to
No, we
light
didn't.
candles hoping for pussy. He told me.
You should be allowed to pray for pussy.
Yeah.
You should be allowed to pray for sins.
Pray for whatever you want.
That's true.
I'm stopping you.
Pray for every. Yeah, that's true.
Next question.
Dead air.
Were your parents ever weird about bringing home an Albanian friend?
Oh yeah.
Well, our father, yes.
Was he? I'm curious. Like,
Dude, he was like in Remember the Titans. He wasn't it wasn't the family that would throw a brick through the window, but he was the one that was like, we can't be doing this too much. Like at first. Obviously, he got to know you, and and he was like, oh, elders, wow, Albanians are people. And your mom spoke Greek. She was a traitor to Albanians. Yeah. So he really appreciated that she spoke Greek. Literally, it was like, oh, well.
It turned everything around, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if she went in there talking that sheep tar shit, y'all motherfuckers kicked the curb.
Yeah.
But she knew the language.
Yeah. We weren't as bad as fucking Pete's family, for example.
Oh, hell no.
But,
no, it was great.
Dad always hated Turks more than Albanians, though.
Because the Albanians aren't really a threat; they're more of a nuisance crossing the northern border.
Right. It's like having a really bad like raccoon problem.
Right.
You can't let a little they're varmints.
Right.
We had to like keep them away from our scraps.
I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, I wonder how aware I was of that, like when I was a kid, because I feel like even in like the shit with family in like second and third grade, I feel like we all spoke pretty openly about it.
We really did.
And just a kind of like, yeah, man, just house rule, you know how it is. Like, yeah, my dad's just a little weird about Albanians. I'm like, yeah, all right, it's all good, dude. I'll just chill out here and drink this juice.
I'll drink this Capri Sun in the hot outdoor, the 90-degree weather after summer camp while you guys enjoy the AC.
Yeah, I was like trying to remember last night. I was like, I guess I wasn't that sensitive to it. And then I was like, well, I think we all were pretty aware of it and just didn't care that much or something.
Yeah, why would we give a fuck? So.
I know.
I mean, I don't think we really knew.
Should I have some more self-respect?
No. We'd love you way less.
We're just four white guys in America. This isn't Southern Europe.
Let's get to what's important. We're all white.
Yeah, man.
Allison asks, Stavvy baby, please tell us about the music you guys listen to as young rascals.
Oh, shit.
The good, the bad, and the cringy.
Oh, nice.
We definitely love some dog shit.
Yeah. Well, we certainly evolved, but I remember, I think like your first CD was like Britney Spears.
Yeah,
little kids.
We were big time.
Kids.
I was a big time Backstreet Boys.
We had like the 98 Degrees Christmas album.
Dude, I remember buying that from Sam Goody.
Yeah.
Being like, this is fucking good music, man.
Honestly, we listened to pretty much everything though.
We listened to pop as kids. Like, it was either like shitty Village Greek music on burned CDs, or we could listen to like NSYNC. So it's like, of course you're gonna listen to NSYNC.
Of course.
I want to hear Bouzouki 24/7.
Well, it wasn't until we met Leonida.
Oh yeah, our cousin Leonida.
He's the fucking man.
He's the man.
Him.
I've talked about him on Come Town a lot. I've definitely, if you followed my Instagram when I used to go to Greece with him, he's a fucking animal.
He's who showed us fucking like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and then he listened to other bands like named Rotting Christ.
Yeah, he loved Rotting Christ.
He would be like, Rotting Christ.
They were an Athenian death metal band.
He loved Rotting Christ.
He would just walk around, like, it would be quiet, and out of the blue, he'd just go, Rotting Christ.
Where's my dollars?
Yeah, that was his impression of an American guy.
Rotting Christ.
There it is.
There they are, dude.
Rotting Christ.
Rotting Christ is a Greek black metal band. Yeah, he loved them, dude.
Yeah, he literally followed them on tour.
he did.
They look awesome.
And I think they opened for Ozzy in Greece, and he was a huge Ozzy fan.
Remember how the story about how Ozzy threw him a bucket, and they wouldn't let him take it on the plane, and he like somehow... He was like, I am not leaving without this bucket. And like, he doesn't really speak English that well. He's in England, flying back to Greece. And somehow, in a post 9/11 world, they just let him on the plane with a fucking bucket.
Fucking awesome,
yeah, I don't know, but it was awesome.
Yeah, we listened to that shit.
And then when did we start listening to like
hip hop after that?
Probably, I did in Eldest, to his credit, Eldest was a big Mace fan. I was a big Mace fan as a child.
I was weird. I was like hip hop literally in all of elementary school from like first grade to like fifth grade. And I got the Family Values Tour '99 CD when that came out. And that started me on a rock trajectory pretty much through like all of college. And then like the last 2 years of college, I got heavy into rap.
Yeah. But you were like in high school and middle school and shit. You were into like hardcore and all that kind of gay shit. Weren't you?
It all started with some new metal.
Yeah, new metal took you down the path.
New metal.
But classic rock. I feel like we also had like individual favorite bands that were cringe. Like I loved Kiss. Way too much.
Yeah.
Because Ace Frehley's great on the guitar. What can I say?
He's a fucking wizard. I was definitely a Led Zeppelin, the chief Led Zeppelin fan.
Yeah, you were. And then I think I was obsessed with like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You had the gayest taste.
It was fuck, dude. It's so cringy memory. And remember when AIM, like the messenger, instant messenger,
of course.
And every time I sent a message, the riff of like was Rolling Stones song. No, it was a Rolling Stones song.
That was your sound.
I would hear it, and then the other person, and then finally someone messaged, "Can you turn that fucking sound off?" They messaged me like, "I'm fucking."
Damn, I forgot trying to get pussy on AIM.
Yeah, AIM was cool, dude.
Yeah,
AIM rocked.
That was a nice time. That was a nice time, dude.
Yeah. But then we listened to rap after classic rock.
Yeah, I think we all have some pretty good...
I mean, we went to Baltimore City Public Schools. Literally, for me, what took me finally over the edge was... I was 7th grade, and it was 50 Cent taking over the world.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, I was just like, I was in. I was a big 50 and G Unit fan, and that took you over to... That pretty much... I rode that wave until Lil Wayne, and once Lil Wayne... was so, I mean,
when we were in
we grew up in the heart of the Lil Wayne mixtape era.
Fucking awesome, dude.
So that was our guy.
The best rapper alive.
Dipset, Joel Santana.
Yeah.
Well, in Southeast, in our middle school, the kids formed a gang called Dipset.
And they used to like bank people.
They used to just beat the shit out of
They would just find a random kid and whoop his ass.
And so they would just start fucking like crip walking like Dipset, bitch. They just start fucking beating the shit out of a kid. And I was like, Dipset, what the fuck? And then our friends were like, oh, that's like a rap group. Dipset. Looked it up. We're like, this music is fucking awesome.
So you found out about Dipset through the gang that took their name.
Middle school, yeah.
Did you have any run-ins with Dipset the gang?
Yeah, we did, but
they were food. We ate them up.
Yeah, but dude, Southeast was baby prison. It was baby prison. I'm not even fucking kidding.
I know, and that's
we
what
used
the
to get
best
in
part.
Fights and shit.
The best part is like that was the second best. Middle school, no, maybe the third or fourth.
Ingenuity Project,
It's so funny because I tested into the actually good one,
Roland Park,
and my middle school experience is like it was like a bunch of rich kids. Like the worst behaved kids were the rich kids that got kicked out of their private schools for doing cocaine at 11. Those were the pieces, and you guys had like and there was like a couple kids that were like, but even our kids were not.
So many Southeast stories.
Well, we were in like the smart kid class, and then we had like this nice like privately funded back room, and like the tables and chairs were nice, and everyone else, the rest of the school just looked like Gen Pop, like cardboard walls and shit. You could like punch holes through them.
It was terrible.
And there was like space between the wall and the ceiling.
They're like cubicles, basically. Giant cubicles.
One time our English teacher was sick, so we had to spend the day with some like normal teacher, and someone threw a used condom over the fucking space, and it just landed on the floor. Some like 7th grader.
That was the first time I saw a condom. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, these kids are fucking in 6th and 7th grade. Like, it was wild. It was all Dipset. It was just getting pussy, dude, left and right. And I think, so then they finally let us, like, we played tackle football on, like, hardwood gym floors. Like, that's how you got respect in Southeast.
Like, if you weren't a pussy, you would play in the gym tackle football.
And so it was like ingenuity. They were like, let's kick these nerds' asses in football.
Right.
And I was just obliterating kids, just like fucking headhunting and like headbutting kids. And they started calling me like Baby Urlacher. And they all started loving me. So I started gaining respect with like the normal kids and stuff.
Course.
And I was like the middleman. So anytime they're like, just letting you know, we're gonna beat the shit out of your friend after school. And so they would come to me like I was like the fucking I ran
It was like
a little baby
politics,
gang.
like click politics and shit.
Fucking baby prison politics. And so I would go over to my friend. I'd be like, hey, like, do you have a ride after school, basically? Like, I'd be like, don't get on the bus, and I'll tell him like, you're gonna get fucking killed after school. And
God damn, that's so fucking funny, dude.
I distinctly remember one time. He was talking mad shit to this kid, this scary kid.
Yeah.
Like
Some kids were honestly terrifying.
I think it may have been.
Oh, he was 16 years old in the 7th grade. He was like 6 feet tall in middle school. Dude.
Jack,
like had abs and shit.
Fucking
like
throwing the ball off the
dunking,
backboard and just fucking dunking
like
it,
a grown ass.
And I was talking. And
shit.
this kid, for everyone at home, was like, he was probably like 5'4",
and middle
like
school,
pudgy and like come from a Greek family where it's like all this fake. He was like the runt of all his cousins, and they were like bigger and more successful and like getting pussy and athletic. So he just thought bravado is how you got respect.
Yeah,
because they never really beat him up that bad in his family, and even in Greek town, it's like we would fuck each other up a little bit, but it would be like you would punch one kid bad, he would fall and be like, I beat you in the fight. Yeah. So he never really experienced like true consequences from like that middle school.
He didn't until he did. So one time I was talking a bunch of shit. He challenged on one-on-one, and I was just dismantling him, and then actually crosses him up.
Oh wow!
And fucking sinks a 3. Wow! And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Like just starts like he's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And then was like getting ready to like fucking kill him. I was like, "Whoa!" And I stepped in, and then we had to negotiate his punishment. So I was like, chill. And so then the leader of Dipset would come up, and it was like this little tiny motherfucker with like the raggiest fucking cornrows. Yeah. And he'd be like, all right, we need to talk about this basically. And I was like, all right, like what would be fair, basically. He got hot-headed, Yeah. And he said, I was like, I get to put him in like a chokehold for 10 seconds, and I was like 7, and he was like 8, and then I was like, okay, but you have to do it when I'm there. So basically, it's lunchtime, and
I think I remember this story now. Yeah.
It's lunchtime, and we're sitting down, just fucking eating a sandwich, and I know it's gonna happen.
But doesn't.
But that was the agreement. That was the agreement because I still had to earn their trust. I still had because if I would have tipped, they would have known, and I would have lost that power,
your integrity,
the safety of my gang.
Yeah.
And so just eating a sandwich, and just like comes fucking walking, barreling down, and he always wore a tank top.
Yeah,
like
he always had a beater on.
Fucking jacked,
in
tatted
school,
up.
That's it.
7th grade.
Seventh grade. And your school had a uniform. You had to wear blue polos,
right? And by the way, the cafeteria is packed.
Dude,
like shoulder
that
to shoulder.
Cafeteria was.
And he just fucking snatches his neck, and he's like, really squeezing. It's like crow's fly. He's like, and then I'm like, 1, 2, 3, just like counting the chokehold, and I'm like, all right, let him go. And he finally like let him go. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm sorry, dude. It was the only way. Like, trust me, they wanted to fucking kill you.
That place was fucked up now that I think about it.
Well, then you have a teacher. I love that you had a teacher who just straight up would not go on the curriculum. He was teaching you guys about like Atlantis.
He's the
as
best.
As if it was fact.
Dude, rest in peace, dude. Our favorite teacher of all time.
I found my history book from then, dude. It was like, what was cool, he did like 5 months of like
Mr. Crumb,
like slavery and like Black history shit, which was cool.
Truly
because you never learn about that shit.
Yeah. So
then it was like, let me tell you about when Napoleon went to Egypt, and he opened up a sarcophagus, and he found a model of a 3D Boeing 737 airplane. like the wildest shit, dude. And like I have notes from when I was 12. Like Napoleon found like model airplane and sarcophagus. Like Atlantis was underwater. They could breathe underwater. Like just the wildest shit, dude.
It was my favorite. It was my
But he
favorite
fucking
class.
rocked.
He was
That's
super
awesome.
strict too. So
Yeah, and he was hot. He was like
shut the
smart.
fuck up and listen to how I can walk through walls, basically. He told us that one time he meditated enough where he could walk through a wall.
Yeah.
And then he
And he was like the most senior respected teacher
Yeah.
at the school.
no one fucked with him.
Yeah.
No one fucked with him. And he always had like funny sayings, like, you know,
Aphorisms.
aphorisms, yeah. He read us Jonathan Livingston Seagull
I love that book.
all the time. And then he would just segue into like seeing your aura and like what your different color aura is and stuff like that.
Hells yeah.
He was kooky as fuck.
He's
He was definitely gay. He
was gay.
Closet case.
He was closeted.
he was
yeah.
best friends with the gym teacher who was like this like
hot as shit.
great looking like dark skinned fucking
This
just
sexy dude who like blew out his knee was supposed to play like college football.
Yeah.
But instead he's a gym teacher at Southeast.
like he was like 26 probably.
Right.
He also had an Escalade.
Yeah.
So it's like, wonder what he was doing.
What
when
he was
wasn't in
up
gym
to.
He was doing
class.
some
Yeah.
shit. But he definitely wanted
Hot.
to fuck Mr.
Hot.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Yeah.
gym teacher was like-
They're hot guys.
was
That's
funny as
awesome,
shit.
man. Damn. He's
Remember
the man.
Dirtball Douglas, dude?
I do.
Dirtball Douglas.
Dirty white
I know we're
kid.
telling a lot of stories. but-
Please.
Dirty
so,
white
so the
kid.
story of Dirtball Douglas.
We'll tell the story of Dirtball Douglas, then we'll do a half hour of questions, and then we got to go see John Wick, folks.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
sir.
we got to have you boys back. This is so fun.
All right, so Dirtball Douglas, right?
Yeah.
You know, at the time you don't really understand. Like this kid, right now to this day I feel terrible because he was
course.
clearly incredibly poor.
Not me.
Probably getting
I
abused
did,
at
I
home and
did.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was a cool kid, but he just was like silent, you know, and he just always looked like he was crying.
Damn, dude.
So he always wore this this Goosebumps like green skull shirt, you know, and like all the
He had
you
like
know
the same clothes on.
like a
every
Stone
day.
Cold Steve Austin shirt, which
Yeah,
I
that was
actually
a cool
rocked in
shirt.
hindsight. So anyway, Dirtball Douglas never really bothered anyone, right?
This is Southeast.
Southeast, oh yeah. So then we all go outside, and there's a huge brawl outside. The whole school is fighting. All the girls are fighting and shit.
Damn.
Mr. Crumb is like swinging at kids, and just like everyone is fighting. And so me and George are trying to get into our car, you know,
Yeah.
like our carpool.
I dip.
And so Dirtball Douglas is just like, like he's terrified. He looks like he's like in a field getting bombed, basically, you know. So then like 3 cop cars like pull up, right, and they just start getting out and start macing kids.
They maced the air, dude. There was like 100 kids. They just maced the field.
They
was
start
fucking
macing
brutal.
kids, right? Fucking zip tying kids, body slamming them.
My God.
And then Dirtball Douglas is like getting away unscathed, right? And this cop runs to his car, runs past Dirtball Douglas, stops, turns around, and just like maces Dirtball Douglas. And he's like, ah! Fuck, just screams. And then Dirtball Douglas starts swinging at him, and the cop just picks him up and fucking spine busters him.
My God.
Zip ties
dude.
him, and then puts him in the back of the car, drives away, and he never came back to school.
You just never saw Dirtball
I never
Douglas
saw him again, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What was the start of the brawl? Did you
A huge fight on Spirit Day.
Yeah.
it was
We were
Spirit
all
Day.
outside playing and shit, and
Yeah.
then Dipset, and then, you know, there was like a girl-affiliated gang, Dipset,
Sure,
and then there was
sure.
another gang called Latino
Latino
Love.
Love.
Do you remember that? And I was in that gang. Cool. And so they just all had like this fucking big ass
Wow,
fight.
that's
And we didn't know. It
fucking
started off
hilarious.
with like a pickup football game outside. One kid got tackled, and then he just like looked around and just fucking started punching him. And everyone was like, what the fuck? And everyone just started fighting. It was nuts.
Didn't a teacher hit somebody? Your science teacher, she was.
Oh, she smacked the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Cold
wild.
cocked him.
Wild. That was
I think she was
wild.
pregnant too.
Yeah, I believe that was the story.
She was
But
pregnant.
She was breaking up a
She broke
fight.
up
She
a
was
fight.
pregnant, and
Yeah,
somebody like hit her
she
stomach.
She was from Minnesota, and she was a D1 college wrestler.
Wow!
Yeah,
Holy
Miss,
shit!
Miss Tiffany. She let us borrow.
She was a
Spinal
big
Tap.
hunk of shit.
Oh
She
yeah,
was-
yeah.
Spinal
She let
Tap.
us borrow Spinal Tap.
That's
off
pretty
of her.
cool.
Yeah, she was cool as shit.
I guess she's not a hunk.
She was a savage, though. She didn't give a fuck. She just like
And
Just,
she
slapped
smacked the
fuck-
kid?
Oh yeah, slapped the shit out of her.
That's
Cold
awesome.
Rock her ass.
Mr. Bessix at Poly punched a kid with his gold ring. Remember that?
That was
Broke
hard.
up a fight. Mr. Bessix was like, he thought he was the hottest shit.
Yeah.
He always had slicked hair and shit. And so we were in class, and these two kids were fighting outside. And Mr. Bessix stops the class. He's like, excuse me for 1 minute.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
walks out and just literally puts his ring on. And then he's like, now you little motherfuckers. And just boom, just fucking punches a kid. And then everyone's like, whoa. It was he had a whole meltdown. And he was super calm. He's like, 1 second. And we thought he was just gonna go and shut the door.
Yeah.
And he went out and he separated them. Was just sucker punched the kids.
Oh my God, dude.
Shit, dude.
Whoop his ass. I brought my prized possession here today.
Dude, thank you so
And I'm
much.
giving it to Stav. It's a signed Hardy Boys picture from East Point Mall.
Yes.
I believe it's the year 2000 or 1999.
Yeah. We
And-
waited in line all day at East Point Mall. The Hardy Boys, and with them was Trish Stratus.
And
It was Terry.
Or Terry.
Terry. We still have the Terry at home. I will bring it to Stav because
So
he
it was
loves
Terry.
fat, obnoxious tits.
I do. I remember beating off to the Terry picture.
Mom didn't know that Terry was gonna be there, and so she almost here. I guess I'm handing. This
Thank
to
you.
Yeah, you can rip it up. The bit's done.
And she
No.
almost turned around and pulled us back home because she saw Terry there, and she's
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, we want to see tits. We're growing boys.
Yeah.
Those
Whoa,
are awesome.
how did I never know about this Hardy Boys thing? I've never seen this.
You've never seen this, dude?
No, you guys got it.
That's because you were a fucking suburbs bitch by then.
Fuck
you left
you.
you left the mean streets of Baltimore.
I guess I would have
to
been
go
like
to art
sixth grade.
school like a fucking
yeah.
pussy.
Yeah, you were going to that mall that looked like the Egyptian cinema. Is that where you used to go?
No,
Arundel
No, that's
Mills
Arundel
Mall.
Mills.
Oh,
We used to go to
Mills.
Arundel Mills a good amount. We were
See?
hitting the whole mall circuit in the area.
gotta
We
show
like
the
White
shields.
Marsh.
Yeah.
Dude,
We have
that,
a lot of art to show.
That thing's sick. You should literally get that framed.
We should frame this, honestly.
That's awesome.
You know Matt Hardy's baby is a viral sensation?
No.
Really?
Matt Hardy has his baby's gothic baby on TikTok. And it's his wife dresses their baby up. And his baby's literally goth. She loves wearing, I don't know if it's a boy or a
That's
girl.
fucking
But
awesome.
they went viral and then someone exposed it for being a Nepo baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look how cute this fucking baby
Who
is.
is Gothic Baby's dad?
Who is yeah. There's Gothic baby.
Aw.
I'll tell you what it is.
After turning daughter into a Gothic
That
baby.
fucking rules.
Matt Hardy rocks.
Yeah, he's the man.
He
The
put
baby,
his body on the line every week.
he
for
really
us.
did, dude. Shout out to the Swanton
Jumping,
bomb.
yeah, no, that was
Jeff.
That was Jeff.
But Matt did the leg drop from all the way up
Yeah,
there. I
yeah.
think.
Twist of Fate.
The twist
Oh,
of
the twist of
fate.
fate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby looks like him
That
too. It's
baby's
really
cute,
cute.
as shit.
Hell yeah,
Aw.
dude. Congratulations to
Mother
Matt.
decorates her goth daughter's nursery.
She's
Shout
a
out to
beautiful
Gothic baby. We also we want to also show off some beautiful artwork that my brother here made.
Oh yeah. Take
Before,
a look at this
and we have a
masterpiece.
final gift as well. But this, you know what, George? You should put 4 paintings up for sale.
Okay.
And these are masterpieces, folks, okay? So we're gonna do later in the summer, go ahead and show it off, Aldous. George has done a new some of you might follow him, Art by Jodzi. He has been silenced by the woke algorithms because can I see that, George?
Absolutely.
He's been silenced by this is the painting I showed Joe Rogan and he freaked out. Remember?
He was like, holy shit, take that down, take that
You're
down.
gonna go to jail. You can't show that. Rogan, this is too extreme for Joe Rogan.
See that?
Later in the summer, we are gonna do we kept having to move it because the tour. I kept fucking. We decided to film the special in May, so it moved everything up. But me and George are gonna do a joint. Art show where I will be hosting a comedy show with me and some of my friends, and George will be showing his artwork. This series, which focuses on religion and punishment.
It's
And what would you say the
Welcome
themes
to
are?
Hell.
Welcome.
WELCUM number 2 Hell. Okay, the themes are religious beliefs, love for God, fear of hell, fear of being a good man,
Yep.
lust.
Lust. Your secret desires.
Secret desires, horniness on 100, just all type of shit.
There's a lot of different
And
stuff.
basically, it means It's good to be bad, okay?
So we're gonna sell a couple of these, but not too many, George. All right, $500 minimum. I'm serious,
I
dude.
like that. It took me a while.
There's a lot of detail
See
on
them
this.
dots?
And we're gonna do a live in-person show, probably in New York City in the summer,
Lovely.
either New York or Baltimore. We haven't decided yet.
Up close, this shit is crazy though.
It's awesome.
Tiny little hand pointed
and these are some of the. This is the beginning, so we'll definitely advertise this, but we're not selling too many of these. I tell my brother these are gonna be collector's items.
Thank you, buddy.
So we're not moving these for cheap, motherfuckers.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
But we just want that's a little sneak preview. I'm sure you guys will be back before that, but let's also show one final piece, another gift. This is a surprise. Eldest hasn't seen this.
This is gonna be awesome.
We have a beautiful piece of artwork.
Other one, Josh.
Either one.
Oh, sorry.
I'm scared. Yeah, there it is. We have a beautiful piece of artwork. It's a beautiful piece of art. Eldest hasn't seen this yet.
This is Eldest's first time seeing this. This is from our good friends, Shield Masters.
Holy shit.
They love Stav. They love you, Eldest, and
that's fucking awesome.
They're big supporters of Odyssey and you.
Of course.
They made me a shield, and then they were adamant on making Stav a shield, and we were texting back and forth, and Stav was like, how about you just make me a king and Eldest kneeling beneath me? And they're like, we could literally do anything
Yeah,
you
it's
want.
awesome, dude. But I love how Eldest looks like he looks like Dominican. He looks like a gay Puerto Rican man in this.
He does. we sent them some pretty sus pictures of Eldest for,
dude.
for some...
He looks hotter than he actually is.
So this is great detail.
Great detail.
That's awesome.
It is a literal metal shield.
It's a metal shield.
That's so fucking sick. Oh my god.
Check out Shield Masters.
This is a weapon.
It's a real weapon.
I'm gonna bring that on the road. When we get to the venue before show, I'm like, move, clear the way. And I'm carrying that. He's carrying that in front of us, like Kevin Costner, the bodyguard style.
So why don't we answer a couple questions before we go watch John Wick 4?
Fuck yeah.
Hope you guys are enjoying the Halkias Brothers only episodes of Stavvy's World. We'll make these a tradition, folks.
There's just so much to cover. Dude.
We haven't even scratched the surface. We haven't told Greektown stories yet. We haven't.
My God.
There's other gangs that we've had run-ins with.
There's so
other drug when we were drug dealers. Some of us were selling drugs.
I love everybody in this room. Love you guys.
Yeah,
Man.
love you too,
Love you,
George.
boys.
We've literally all known each other for 30 years.
Well, we are brothers.
Yeah, plus Eldest.
Yeah.
Plus our sweet,
Our little buddy right there, man.
Plus our little.
It's crazy to know anyone for 30 years when you're like 34. That's rare. Everyone like else, like the friend situation sucks. Everyone's like friends with like people from college.
College is like their latest, for like their oldest friend. It's like, yeah, we've been friends for 6 whole years. It's like, you're in your 30s, man. You've only had a friend for 8 years, but not us, baby.
Yeah.
So why don't we take that friendship and we apply it to some of these problems these people are having?
How's yeah?
And by the way,
let's
follow
put-
George on Instagram. Follow Nick. Of course, you guys know Nick from our beautiful
Can we keep this safe?
workout
for you, brother?
series. Yeah, keep that safe. Welcome to hell.
Hell's yeah.
Welcome to hell, baby.
So why don't you play us a little fucking...
Starving baby.
question.
I'll start us off with something that Nick is probably the best person that we've had on the show to weigh in here.
Okay.
We'll see.
Stavvy, baby, what's up?
Wow,
This
you
is
got it
Big
right.
B
Good
from
job,
upstate New
Elvis.
York, small town. Listen, I'm a skinny motherfucker who cannot gain weight. Got a high metabolism. I'm talking eating cheeseburgers every day, drinking Ensures before I go to bed, junk food, fast food, you name it. I don't care. I eat it. I shit it out. Don't gain weight. I'm a single dad.
Wow.
Monday through Friday, 7-year-old. Also can't get pussy. But what do I do to
Just throwing
gain
that in
some
there.
fucking weight? And also, you know, what the hell? How do I get some pussy too? Because I don't go online, and I don't go to the gym.
Doesn't go to the gym.
Like I said, skinny motherfucker. Can't help it. What do I do, man? Thanks. Bye.
Wow, I'm jealous of this guy. I wish I could eat for you, pal. We're about to put down the amount of calories that would what I can do in like a day where I'm not even that hungry. You probably haven't ever even approached. God damn, this fucking guy. So he just wants to gain weight. He doesn't even go to the gym. It's not even a matter of putting on muscle. He just doesn't want to get
Fat?
I mean, I'm sure
he wants to gain weight. So I think number one, if you're eating that much. Most of the time when people...
You have a tapeworm. I keep eating raw ground beef by the pound. I just can't gain weight
Doesn't matter what it is, I eat it. Ensures before I go to bed, junk food, fast food, you name it. I think you're not getting pussy because you're too skinny.
You little runt.
You're too fragile. I think so. If you want to gain weight, I mean, you keep eating, obviously, but I think your biggest mistake right now is you're most likely not tracking your food. And I know, I'm not really going to say anything funny here. I want to give the guy some actual
it's fine.
advice, but I think for the majority of people who say they can't gain weight or lose weight, the thing they don't do is actually see how much food they eat.
Right.
In their minds, they always eat enough or enough to either gain or lose weight.
For sure.
In reality, they don't because they're not doing their due diligence of tracking it. So I think start actually tracking, getting a good idea as to what you're eating from a caloric and then start going to the gym and lift weights. Like that's going to be good for you to put on some weight, For
sure.
Right now you're talking about probably damaging yourself from like a health perspective.
Right.
You're a single dad, not sure how young you are,
I would say if I can step in here and just tell you some calorically dense things that go down easy.
Let's hear it.
I think you got to get into the fucking just even junk food. I don't even think is the right way to go about it. But if you do like, you got to be eating some fucking nut butters. That shit adds up quick. If you get a milkshake, you throw some fucking peanut butter, a little avocado in there. Like when what's his face was trying to be when Rob, what the fuck is in Twilight,
Robert
Pattinson, when he was trying to when he was Batman. Like bulking up for Batman, he would fucking put olive oil in ice cream and fucking microwave it and just drink it.
Yeah, I tell a lot of my athletes that ask me how to gain weight, I'm like, are you using olive oil?
Yeah.
Just like
oils, nut butters.
Yeah, stuff that...
Fatty cuts of meat, bacon, you know what I mean?
Things that won't sit. Like if you're eating cheeseburgers and shit, you probably don't want to keep eating after that.
Right.
You have to eat things that are highly palatable and won't satiate you.
Chicken thighs are good.
Yeah. But even PB&J's,
PB&J's
things
are
that taste great that are
ice cream.
Salami, horseradish.
What else?
Bagel
Mayo.
bites.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
Yep.
Fucking combos.
Put a straw
corn
in a
nuts.
jar of mayo and just start sucking that shit right up. You know what I'm saying?
But you're right, Nick. Fast food can make you like feel ill.
Yeah, it makes you feel
sick.
shitty. So if you start eating something like you said, nut butters, avocado, things that are
fatty cuts of meat,
calorically dense that won't necessarily make you feel like total shit.
Butter.
Start adding some things that'll actually make you feel good. You don't, if gaining weight isn't synonymous with junk food, it really shouldn't be. Yeah. Like you could, you hear dirty bulk and then bulking by eating good food.
Yeah, like you see, like honestly, one of the most depressing things I see is when a fucking like a bodybuilder is eating like eating just what you eat to lose weight, but he's eating so much of it. Like you see some guy eating so much chicken breast, that it's like it makes you feel ill.
Rice, broccoli,
but he's eating like fucking
every like hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours maybe.
So that's what I would say. You should be, maybe you try cooking high calorie versions of stuff that won't make you, that go down a little easier. Like fatty cuts of meat, cook your own burgers, with with some fucking pork belly in there, some bacon in there.
I feel like on Instagram it's very in right now. Like there's the little cooking videos to add a lot of extra protein to your shit or something.
Yeah, I think also if you're a single dad with a 7-year-old. A lot of my clients who are parents tell me how hard it is to actually eat food because their kids just eat it, and they're only eating scraps and stuff.
Right.
So every time I hear like a parent, especially a single dad, who I'm assuming sees his kid quite a bit, probably, you know, depending on how young and stuff, how good is his sleep?
Another one?
Cheese.
Oh yeah, sleep's a big one.
Sleep's a big one if you're sleeping like shit, whether it be taking care of your kid or what have you. But make sure it's not all about just what you eat. I think, I mean, it's most of it. But if you're if you're sleeping like shit, you know, you're just kind of throwing a wrench into your progress as well.
Yeah,
and
but
stress management, being a single dad, is probably pretty stressful, I would imagine.
I wish I could cook for this guy. I wish I could show him how I live. Like, sometimes I feel like it's fucked up that you can't just, like, trade stomachs. Like, there's people who can't gain weight and people who can't lose it. And it's like, there's people who just don't like to eat. And, dude, when I stop tracking, and even when I think I'm doing okay, and you think about what you ate, it's like, oh, that was 5,000 calories.
Yeah.
So easily.
Yeah.
And that was me, like, trying not to eat that much.
Yeah.
That was me not getting ice cream. That was just, like, a couple that was just, like, my breakfasts, you know what I'm saying? Or so, you throw a little butter on the toast, you get a little cheese, you get a little extra side of bacon.
Oh,
you know, a little sausage. Oh. I really, truly wish I could fucking just show this guy what one day of just... Like, even what I had for breakfast today, it was a bagel, and I was like, look, we're letting our hair down. It's Greek Independence Day.
Fucking brothers are in town.
The brothers are in town.
You know?
Threw a little fucking cream cheese instead of regular
brown.
cheese, and I threw a hash brown in there just for good measure.
Come on, yeah, you know how the fuck we do this, bitch.
You know what the fuck it is. But yeah.
Anyway.
And we're getting dumplings after the movie.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, this guy needs to start working out. He needs to start lifting.
You should go to the gym a little bit, yeah. Even if it's just to start lifting a little bit. By the way, I've been seeing you've been deleting the calls. Part of me is thinking we should, when we edit it, put the call in and boost the audio a little bit with the edit. Whoever edits. Just because sometimes the audio is bad when people listen.
Oh, like put the actual call.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Okay.
Like download the MP3 and put it in. Something I was thinking about.
Famous.
Okay.
But anyway, whatever. Let's play another one for him, Eldoncius.
Yeah, I'm doing all the advice this time.
Hey, Stav, big fan. Looking for some advice. I'm going to be in a wedding, one of my best buddies' wedding. Going to be the best man. Putting together a speech for him. He's not autistic, but we always joke about him being autistic. And I have some tastefully, landed autistic jokes in the best man speech.
Landed?
I think it's going to land with probably like 70% of the guests there. The bride's probably going to hate it.
Oh, okay.
And,
the bride's going to hate it.
I'm not sure who, could be autistic out in the wedding party. But
Fucking dumbass.
should I do it or should I pass
cannot wait to talk to this
and
guy.
do some other stuff? It's some good stuff though. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do it. Don't do it. I appreciate any advice.
Dude, I think
All right,
George
should
should
I
take
go
this
first?
one,
Do
dude.
you wanna go?
Go ahead, George.
Okay, listen. Two of us are going to give you advice, all right? One's a very successful man. He's figured everything out. This is a younger, mentally ill brother. He's got a lot of issues. Add more autistic jokes. Make the whole thing autistic. All right?
Yeah.
And
Come
don't
out-
look anyone in the eyes.
Yeah.
Look straight down.
Speak fast.
Speak
Don't
fast.
try and connect with the audience at all. Plow through your autistic jokes.
But anyway.
Obviously, don't tell any fucking autistic jokes.
Like, you can hint at the stuff. Like, okay, if you guys have jokes about him being autistic, that means he probably is like maybe a little rude or so, or like doesn't have social graces. Like, you can hint around it. You can do the PG version of whatever. You can mock him for something he's done, but don't go out there and be like, oh, fucking, this retard finally got married. I'm surprised. Is he gonna, hey, you better not put any Legos near the bed tonight, because he might not fuck you because he's busy stacking the Legos, you fucking bitch. You shouldn't do shit like that, okay? And I know he says he has a couple. He doesn't just have one. He's got a whole fucking. And he's like, and by the way, he's like, the bride is probably gonna hate it. Arguably, the most important person at the event is gonna hate it. But hey, 70% my friends, and then 60% of other people, I've conservatively estimated, it's all gonna work with them.
Idiot, dude. He's got rapid fire autistic jokes,
Dude, it's you see this all the time though, where it's like guys that have never been funny in their lives, are sort of funny in the exact context of their friend group.
Sure.
And then think like here's the thing. There's here's a couple ways this can go.
This fucking thing. Dude.
You look awesome.
Thanks.
Is this a speech for the bachelor party? Is this a speech for the rehearsal dinner? Or is this a speech for the wedding? Right? There's 3 different levels of fucking speeches.
Yeah.
And it's like you can say any at the bachelor party we were saying whatever we wanted. It was
it was
at Nick's
awesome.
bachelor party we had a blast. It was super. It was a great time. You could say anything you wanted.
This
you
sounds like he's gonna do it at like
yeah.
his best man speech, right?
But that's what I'm telling him is like be realistic about where these jokes belong. Do they belong just with the boys? Do they belong with an intimate group of like close friends that you feel the vibe out and it's like, okay, we can be a little inappropriate at the rehearsal dinner. There's not that many people. Yeah. Or does it belong at the wedding where fucking little kids are, where who knows whose cousin has a mental disability? Like, this is not about you killing with your... I'm going to guess not even that funny jokes, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, what even are the jokes?
Hey, what's it like sucking an autistic guy's dick, huh?
I feel like he needs to just stop thinking about the word autism and stuff here.
Yeah.
You need if you do want some jokes like this in there, you got to frame it like this. My buddy is awkward in a cute kind of way.
Exactly.
And you got to make jokes at his expense that make the bride look good.
100%.
Be like he was awkward with her on this one day.
I can't believe he pulled her off being so weird, you know, never making eye contact, you know, with that but you can't be like, yeah, it's fucking it looks like she got so desperate she went into the fucking short bus for a husband. You can't be doing shit like that, man. This bitch's pussy must be no good. She's got to go in the fucking retard section, special ed. This bitch went outside of a fucking
Love on the Spectrum after the altar.
Yeah. She waited until Love on the Spectrum they got rejected, and she started waving her Reese's Pieces around her pussy, seeing what she caught. Yeah, she put some candy corn in a box with a stick holding it up, and seeing who's the first autistic motherfucker, and a Rubik's Cube under there, and seeing who's the first fucking mongoloid she caught. You can't be doing no shit like that, dude. So yeah, tone it down. Eldest, you gave great advice, and don't do whatever you're thinking about doing.
Do whatever you want.
I was at a wedding in college. It was like the first of my friends' age group, whatever wedding I've been to. Mm-hmm. And this guy had his best man go up there. And at one point in the speech, he was like, yeah, they made it. And, you know, there were some nights he would come to my apartment late and he'd be like, man, I think this was it. And we really didn't think we would make it. We really didn't think he would make it through that.
It's like those people saying
and the room
shit
was just like silent.
Oh, that's brutal.
And you can tell it's like kind of meant to be a joke.
When people say shit like that, it's like, yeah, I mean, I can't believe we're here. I remember he was treating her bad. No one wants to remember that shit at the wedding, man. Yeah, I remember. I was always joking that at our bleep her name out at our best friend's wedding, who was our roommate. My speech was gonna be like, you know, wanted to find love so bad, she just kept looking over and over again. Guy after guy after guy. Sometimes 2 or 3 in the same weekend. I always joked that was going to be my fucking speech at her wedding when I officiated it.
She's like, please don't.
Yeah, no, she loved it. You know, the man. She was laughing hard as shit when I told her that. I was going to give that speech at the bachelor party, but I got sick. That's when I had some kind of like weird... Like I ate like raw meat that like gave me a stomach infection. There was like a week where I was like, oh, I'm dying. I have stomach cancer because my shit kept coming out like yellow. And it was just like some weird bug from like raw chicken wings or undercooked wings.
Oh, damn.
I got the call. I remember the day of the special, the day we were filming the special, I got the call that it was like just a stomach bug. And I was like, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
Anyway.
That's disgusting.
You're going to have to do a lot of bleeping this episode, Elders.
Yeah. Yeah, we just won't.
The producer extraordinaire.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes.
Shit can him.
All right.
Hey, so I I am dating this chick. We've been together, well, officially we've been together about 2 months, but we've been talking for about 5 months.
Nice.
We initially met through our drug dealer's house.
Nice.
And I ended up fucking the drug dealer, and they were friends. And so now I am dating her. And she keeps bringing up that one friend / drug dealer. And how can I reassure her that, hey, I'm with you now and not her? And so, yeah. Anyway, I fucked this up, so, whatever, bye.
This is awesome. This is an awesome little slice of a little trash lesbian lifestyle right here.
Speaking of stories from childhood, this sounds like just a lot of people you encounter between like middle school and high school.
Absolutely no. I feel like we grew up around this girl. I mean, look, this is a classic. You eat the drug dealer's pussy, and your girlfriend won't let you get away. Won't let you forget it. Situation. We've all been there.
I'm assuming the dealer is a male here. I don't know why.
No.
It's a girl.
Did she say
She said it.
woman?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm with you now, not her.
Oh, I see.
You fucking chauvinist.
Find another drug dealer.
A lesbian can't sell fucking pills to other lesbians, huh, Eldest?
For someone who loves literature so much, this fucking idiot can't read. Yeah. It's right there.
All right, I stand corrected.
So this is basically, as you know, we like to trash you, but this is a pretty common thing where it's like in a friend group, people have you fuck somebody, and then you meet someone through those people, so it's like they're kind of grandfathered in, but now the other person's insecure because it's like, oh, this person we're all friends with that you fucked before we were together. I don't like now if it was before you guys were together. We initially met through our drug dealer's house. I ended up fucking the drug dealer, and they were friends, and so now I'm dating her. So, were you dating her even openly before? Like, was it one of those on again, off again things where you fucked the drug dealer, or you were with her, then you fucked the drug dealer, then you went back with her? Because that's a little more complicated. But if there's a clear line of delineation where it's like, yes, I fucked the drug dealer before we were together, but I didn't know we were going to be together. I would never have done it if it would have fucked our relationship up back then. But I can't do anything about that. Then reassure her. And then also, if worst case scenario, find a different drug dealer.
Yeah.
You're referring them as your drug dealer, not you said friend / drug dealer. But if they're more of a drug dealer, then it's like, yeah, if I was with somebody and she fucked her personal trainer, and it was like, I would be like, I would prefer, all things being equal, that you see some other trainer, right? I think she's kind of in the right to be like, look, all things considered, could you buy your fucking Percocets from a different toothless person wearing a Monster Energy drink branded hat? That would be really good for me. So I think you can reassure her and then also be like, look, if it'll make you feel better, I'll get my drugs elsewhere. Now, do you get a better deal because you let her strap you? I don't. You might have to say goodbye to that extra, that 10% off your pills. But I think that's what it's going to have to be personally. I get it though. You feel like, hey, we're together. What's the big deal? I think there's room for compromise here though. Sure. If you can find a different drug dealer, great. But also be like, hey, look, that was in the past. Let the past be the past. And if they can't accept that, and you make a little compromise, and she still can't accept it, then maybe this person is a little too jealous.
Yep.
And it's a harbinger of things to come in the future. Because sometimes you want to work on some things, but sometimes you can't. There's certain things you can't get over, in my experience, in a relationship.
Yeah, this one seems to be a tough one to get over.
Find a different drug dealer.
If it's as simple as find a different drug dealer, then great.
But
they have chemistry.
With a drug dealer?
Yeah, it's a good drug dealer.
Yeah, it is hard to find a good drug dealer. What kind of drugs are we talking here? If it's weed, get out of there.
That's what I want.
There's trust
here. If it's coke, if it's like harder to find stuff, then it's a little bit more of a task.
Just literally talk to the girl you're dating.
Talk to your girl, yep.
And just be like, I don't want to fuck her no more. I fucked her one time.
Yeah.
Before we was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now me and her ain't shit. Me and you are a thing now. So Now I'm fucking you, letting you strap me up, letting you whoop my ass in bed, letting you do me dirty as shit in bed.
Yep.
Letting you do me all type of nasty shit in bed.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And now you just gotta put your foot down and tell her that this is not a problem.
Well, that's right. I'm not getting mushrooms from somebody else, bitch.
Pontius Pilate, wash your hands of the whole thing.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Amen. Yep,
Anyway.
it's the Jews' fault.
I'm tired.
I think that was great advice, pal.
Thanks, little buddy.
What kind of shoes are those? What brand is
Some
that?
type of nurse shoe mom got me. I worked at a warehouse overnights for 6 months. My mother bought me a gift. It was shoes to work this job. I said, thank you very much. I wore them. Now they're really good now, so I wear them all the time. I have quit that job. It has been about a year since I worked there.
Comfy.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, I think that's gonna do. Look, folks, we got to get to John Wick. Sorry
do.
This could actually be like a fucking 10-hour episode, but
We
we
got an hour until John Wick.
I got a shower. I smell like shit. But the theater's real close. We're good. We got John Wick coming up. Thank you, boys, for coming onto the
buddy.
podcast.
This was fucking awesome.
It was fun.
Well, you'll definitely come back. We'll make it a regular thing.
Hell yeah,
And
I'm down.
look out for Welcome to Hell. Coming probably to New York City. If you have a gallery space, actually, if you have a gallery space in New York City that you'd like to host,
That would be
all of
nice.
us will be there. Maybe we should do a live podcast. We should do a talk. We should do a comedy show and then like a Welcome to Hell live talk.
Yes, sir.
Afterwards,
That'd be awesome.
the whole team will be there. I'll probably book some great comedian. Probably, honestly, it'll probably be an insanely good comedy show
Yeah.
and an insanely good art show. And come with your fucking pocketbooks because, you know, this is one-of-a-kind art. You're not finding these kinds of themes expressed this raw and emotionally and vividly. You're not going to find that kind of artwork anywhere else. So, and of course, follow my brother Nicholas here. He has been training me. We had to take a little break. I fucked my neck up. But we got big things cooking in the summer because I'm taking 2 full months off to get fucking swole. So we're getting back in there. Follow Odyssey Strength and Conditioning on Instagram. Go fucking check him out when you're in Maryland. Get a fucking nice workout in. And that's going to do it for us, folks. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Let us know what you want to see in future iterations of the Halkias Brothers, Stavvy's World, because they're going to be coming up. And yeah. That does it. That does it for us, folks.
Happy Greek Independence Day,
Happy Greek
baby.
Independence Day. Fuck the Ottoman Empire.
Besito y elas.
Fuck them. Fuck the Sultan.
Besito y helada. Play us out, elders.
Hup, 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 hup.